Hello everyone and welcome back to another writing vlog. I should have started this yesterday on Saturday the 9th, but I didn't get any writing done yesterday. Apart from the 530 words I actually did get done after midnight, but I'm sort of counting those for Friday anyway. So today is the 10th, it is Sunday, and I believe it's about 6:45 in the evening. And I have not written yet. Now I'm in this weird sort of space where I am really tired, I am still in a fair bit of pain, my foot is bad and I get worn out very quickly. A week from tomorrow I'm gonna go get my stitches out, and so I can't go from not moving at all, apart from from the bed to the couch to the toilet, you know. I can't go there without having done any walking. I am now allowed to put weight on my foot and I'm slowly but surely doing that, and that also makes it hurt more and wears me out faster. So I decided to go outside today, and a walk that should normally take 2 minutes. 2 minutes there, 2 minutes back at most. Took 25 minutes. I literally just went out the door to a parking lot and then back again. And it took a while and it wore me out a lot. We came back in from that at 4:30 and I was spent. I just wanted to go rest. And I'm in this weird zone where I'm I have all this time. I could write so many words because my story is pretty good. I could get this done. And also being I am too tired to try to do anything, produce anything. I'd rather just sit on the couch and watch YouTube or Netflix or something. And I'm trying my best to be kind to myself because I realize that the recovery will take time and I need to listen to my body and let my foot do what it wants to and let my body rest, because that's the only way it's going to heal, really. But it's a little frustrating because I also want to write, but I don't have the energy to. I more and more so have the drive to, so hopefully the energy will catch up soon. Anyway, like I said, I think it's about 6:45 in the evening. I have moved into Marcus's office, as you can tell, because this is his backdrop, not mine. He has put me in this chair with a sheepskin and a Totoro blanket and all these things, and brought in my computer and stuff, so that we can actually do some writing together, because we are going to start off the Harry Potter crawl for the first year of Hogwarts, or Harry's first year at Hogwarts. I will leave it linked in the description down below, so you can try it out if you haven't. I haven't done any crawls so far this month. I have done sprints, I always do sprints, but this will be the first time I do a crawl. Now there are 7 of these, because it's Harry Potter, there are 7 books, and I'm hoping to get through all 7 of them before the month is up. Initially, the plan was to do the first crawl this weekend, starting it yesterday and then finishing it today. I don't think it's going to happen. I think we calculated how long, overshooting a bit, but how long this crawl would take, and that was about 7 hours. We might be completely off on that, but about 7 hours of active writing time. And it's now 6:45 in the evening, and there are not 7 hours left. So we'll see about that. But I'm going to start off that crawl. We're going to start off that crawl. I'll leave a link down below for you, and I'll let you know how it goes. Alright, so we are now 2 steps into the crawl. The first one was sprint to 100 words. I got 107 because I got a bit too excited. And the second one was to write for 10 minutes, during which I got 515 words, so I'm doing okay. I have also decided that I'm a half-blood, because you had to pick if you were a muggle-born, half-blood, or pure-blood, and the more pure you were, the harder it was to get the 3 galleons. You get 1, 2, or 3 galleons. I'm really selling this crawl, aren't I? I wrote, shut up. I decided to be a half-blood because my mother has read the books to us, or at least the first couple books, with us when we were smaller, younger. Yeah. And so I decided that she would probably be a witch, but my dad has never read them, and so I say that he's a muggle. That makes me a half-blood, and I had to write 250 words to get 3 galleons. I wrote 515, so I should get 6 galleons, but that's not how the game works. So it's going alright so far. I have managed to introduce a... Basically, I wanted to have a character in my story that plays a very specific role. It's not going to be a recurring character, but there's going to be, I don't know how much I've told you, there's going to be a raid and people are going to get captured, and there was going to be a person who gets released, even though he is, or they are just as guilty as everyone else guilty. And I didn't know if or how I was going to include that, but I've now written in that person, and I don't like him. I wasn't supposed to like him, but I don't like him. He's a bit of a prick. So I've introduced that, and he also has more than one head, which is interesting. His hair is shaved close to the side of his heads. Yeah.
I mean, that's a very easy way to figure out that someone is a witch.
Is
With more than one head? I mean...
That's witch shaming. But yeah, I've introduced that character, and he's not going to play a big part, probably, unless I use him in book 2. That could make it interesting. Right?
Yeah.
Interesting. But he has a name, he has 2 heads, and he is... I mean, the thing is, he doesn't come across bad in this chapter, or in this scene, because he's just there at the club going, woohoo, I hope you're all having a good time, because I am, woo, kind of thing. That doesn't make for a bad person. But the main character and her best friend went to the same school as this guy years ago, it turns out. And he was the kind of person who would get away with anything, and his father came from money, and his mother was a politician, a well-renowned politician. Politicians in this world are not really pro-witches. He is now in a witch club, meaning that he is probably a witch.
He has 2 heads, of course he's a witch.
And that's the reason he's released, because his parents, specifically his mother, doesn't want a huge big scandal. So he's just released and never announced to have been captured, and yeah. Okay, so I don't remember exactly when after they do, but I've done 1, 2, 3, 4... 4, right? Yeah, we've done the first 4 challenges of the crawl, and I have acquired 1,633 words in that time, which is so many words for someone who hasn't been writing much at all in the past week and more. So that feels really good. I am now at 4,270. Yes, 4,270 words for Nano. So not super impressive, but I'm where I was supposed to be on day 2. And a bit. I'm feeling alright though. Things are falling into place. Some things that I didn't even think were potential problems or things that I should work out ahead of time, I've realized now how they play out and why they play out the way they do, and it works really well. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. We are now going to move on into the 5th challenge, which is to write to the nearest 1,000, and since I'm at 4,270, that should be 730 words. So a few words, but I need words right now. So we're going to do that one, and then I think we're going to do 2 more challenges coming up and then break for dinner. I'm now going to continue working on the immediate reaction, which is the 3rd chapter of the 3-block 9-act 27 chapters. Kitastic, I'll link it down below. I like it. I still have some work to do with the inciting incident, and I think there are a few things I could probably change in the intro as well, but it's going well. I am surprised that this is going well. I like though how I feel like, oh, it's going so well when I'm not even at 5,000 words yet, but all things in good time. Are you judging me?
No.
So yeah, that is what it is, and now I should get words. Painkillers! I also forgot to say that I have a favorite sentence. I have a sentence I'm actually happy with. So my main character and her best friend and another friend have escaped the raid, and they have climbed this little wall at the back of the place, and they're gonna jump down and take off running. It's every man for himself, Maggie says, giving me a sad look and lacing her fingers together to hoist Ivy up over the wall. I'm not late to follow, and when I'm perched on the edge, I reach down and pull her up. The ground is uneven on the other side, but freedom tastes too sweet to complain when your knee scrapes against the asphalt.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah.
I feel like it turned out pretty well. It wouldn't have made sense without the first bit, though, but yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well done.
Thank you. All right, time to write 730 words and then get back to you. I have reached the word count goal for day 3 of NaNoWriMo. It is only day 10 of NaNoWriMo. It went surprisingly well. I was going to write 730 words. I wrote 731 because I did. And this is, it's going well. It's going really well. Some more things are happening, which is good. However, my main character is now kind of freaking out at one of our friends, which is totally legitimate that she's doing that, but I hadn't thought of it, and so what happens next, it either needs to be a really quick forgiving going on, or they need to not really make up for a while, which I think would work better, but they're also going to band together and try to solve something. So there's going to be tension. Whoop. But day 3! Whee! Okay, so things didn't go completely according to plan. We were going to get to Hogwarts and wait on the stairs. If you're following along with the crawl, you know what I'm talking about. That was the last one we were going to do before dinner, but it is now 9:41 and we are hungry. We're keeping really weird hours right now. I'm sleeping like 14 hours a night with my foot, and that just means that everything sort of gets postponed. 14 hours, 12 hours. So we didn't get to that one, but we did do the one before, which was the anything off the trolley dear. And I chose to do the chocolate frog one, which was right for 5 minutes. And during those 5 minutes, I got 335 words in 5 minutes. What? And I even went back and deleted a couple of words. Sorry for my very poor camera angle. I did go back and delete a couple of things that didn't quite work. It's not like I just did a 50-headed Hydra and didn't change anything. But 335 words in 5 minutes is strangely much. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm happy, and I left you off with saying that my main character and her friend are in a bit of a weird place because she's blaming the friend for something that our friend did, or didn't do, depending on how you look at it. And they actually had a good yell about it, and so that's good. All in all, today I've written 2,699 words, which is a lot. The most I've written so far this year, before today, was about 1,800 words, and that was on the first, when I did stream at midnight my time. So, you know, I'm probably going to get 7,000 today. We're going to break for dinner now, mark yourself to cook that, because I kind of can't. I can't stand around on my foot. And then I'm hoping we're going to write a bit more. I'm getting a little bit tired, and yeah, we'll see. But still, even if I stop here, over 2,500 words in just a couple of hours is good. And I'm not at the peak of my writing speed. If you've seen the I wrote writing 5K in 5 hours video, I'm going to put it somewhere. I can write a lot faster than this, but it takes a while to get into it. I'm working on a new story. My foot hurts. Like, there are steps to it. And also, since we're doing this, like, we're taking longer breaks than I would normally would. If I normally were to try to get so many words done, I would do sprints, because sprints, it's not that crawls don't work, but they work differently. And I would usually do like a 10-15 minute sprint, 5-minute break, 10-15 minutes break, and so on. So now I am having longer breaks and doing shorter sprints. Some of them are shorter, so it's different. But I'm very, very happy with where I'm at. Hopefully I will keep writing after dinner, and if I do, I'll let you know. Otherwise, I will tag on a clip from the next time I write, which is hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully. Bye. Hello everyone, so it is now the next day. It's the evening of the 11th, and it's just past 6 in the evening. I didn't get any more writing done yesterday because we had dinner and then took a shower, and then that was it. I was spent. And I haven't written anything so far today, but I've made some phone calls, which I needed to do, so that's good. The phone calls did not take, the entire day up till now, though. I've also been catching up on some YouTube and stuff. But we are now about to get started on the crawl again, and I'm going to move into Marcus's office. I'm on the couch right now, and he's setting up for me in there, because being in the same room helps. It's not a requirement, but it helps. So we're going to keep up with the crawl. I don't have it in front of me right now, so I don't know exactly what's to come, but I know that the first thing we're doing is a 10-minute sprint while we wait on the stairs for McGonagall to come and get us and then get sorted. So we're going to start there. I would ideally I would like to finish the crawl tonight, and I would also like to write at least 3,500 words today. Don't ask me why, it's just an arbitrary number, but it would feel good. Yesterday I got just under 2.7, so 3.5 would feel good. But I already feel kind of tired. The whole recovery thing is really taxing. It really wears me out. So we'll see about that. And I also don't know if finishing the crawl and 3,500 words are compatible. I don't know if I'll automatically get 3,500 words while finishing the crawl, or if the crawl itself will give me 3,500 words. So we'll see about that. And I guess my priority order is finish the crawl and then 3,500 words, and then we'll see what else I do with the evening. But ideally I would like to get both those things done. Now, I have not had dinner yet. I'm not hungry quite yet, but I'm going to have a break for that at some point. And Teresa's coming over tonight because she has some business in town tomorrow, so she's going to be here at like 1:45. So I have some time where I'm going to be awake around, apart from also having dinner. So and now it's just past 6, so I should definitely be able to get 3,500 words, but we'll see. I am just eager to get started writing again, and I also had a realization when I'd gone to bed yesterday. I told you that my main character and her friend have a huge fight. That fight will actually be postponed a little bit, so that the anger sort of builds in the main character throughout the course of a little while, and that will make it more impactful, and it will also mean that her and this friend, because they get split up down the road, it will also mean that they don't leave off on a very good note. If the fight comes now, they get over it until that point, and then they part on a good footing, I guess. But I'm going to postpone that fight and make them leave each other on not a good foot, because that would work better, and that's what we authors do. We like to ruin the lives of our characters. Anyway, I should grab my crutches and hop into that room and let you know how the crawling commences. So I'll see you later. Alright, as you can tell, I have now switched environments, and we are now 2 challenges into the crawl, or 2 challenges into the part of the crawl we haven't done. The first one, I'm going to pick up my notes here. The first one was to socialize on the stairs. I'm not going to read the whole entire thing, you can see that in the thread below, which was to do a 10-minute sprint, during which I got 521 words. Before that, though, I also wrote 20 words just in the middle of my story, sort of, for an idea I had, so I'm counting those as well, just not for that sprint. And then we got sorted, and I am a Ravenclaw. I'm also wearing blue today. You can't really see that's blue, but it is blue. And that prompt was to write to the nearest 1,000. Now, luckily or unluckily, I was at 5,877 words at that point, so I had to write 123, and I ended up writing 127 before passing. So I am now over 6,000 words, which, things are happening. I feel really good about it. The next challenge is to do the 3-digit challenge, and I'm going to bring that up right now with one hand. Now, for the 3-digit challenge, there is a forum thread, and in this, when you do the 3-digit challenge, you take the 3 digits that someone else has just left behind, the bottommost the bottommost post. You take those numbers and you write that many words, and then you leave behind 3 digits from your own word counts. And you can take any 3 digits, so you don't have to take the last 3. Now I'm going to scroll down in the thread and see what the last number is right now. It's a very long thread. Okay, so the last left behind digit is 648. So I'm going to write 648 words for this 3-digit challenge. And the whole reason we're doing a 3-digit challenge is because we are having a feast. And it's great. So yeah, I'm going to write 648 words, and I'm going to go ahead and leave behind 3 digits of my own before having written those. So I leave something for Marcus. And since I have 6,004 words, I'm not going to leave him with 004 words. So I'm going to have to do 600. So I'll leave that down below for Marcus.
Mean.
I have to do 648.
But still, you could have given me just 4.
That's not 3 digits. So I ended up writing 683 words for the 3-digit challenge because I was in the zone and I kept writing. Things are actually progressing pretty well in my story. I like where things are going. There are several little tidbits, several little things that are going to be important later on that are sort of being sprinkled in. Some things intentionally, some of them unintentionally, but it's all working out pretty well. I have now had the thought of what if my main character's dad is actually a witch? Because there was a certain conversation that went down between my main character and her parents, and he was very passive in this whole thing, while her mom was very much like, witches are bad and you shouldn't be a witch, as if she has a choice. And he was just very quiet and wouldn't really meet the main character's eyes, and it's just like, has he been hiding something from his wife for like 20 years? So that might be interesting. I am coming up with a lot of things that I could put into book 2, which is nice, but I also can't have so many people who were not witches in book 1 be witches in book 2. So we'll see about that. I'm already thinking that the main character's sister might be a witch, and I think that would work a whole lot better. But on the other hand, if both sisters are witches, I kind of feel like they should get it from someone in their family, and why not their dad? Does that make sense? I have not yet figured out how magic is transferred, like what makes me a witch, what ensures that I become one, and it's not necessarily blood related, or rather, you don't have to have either of your parents be a witch for you to be a witch. You can skip generations. So the explanation for why the main character is a witch could just be that her great-great-great aunt was a witch, but it could also be her dad. I'll work on that. I'm going to break for dinner now, and then when I get back to writing, which I will do tonight, I am not allowing myself to just drop off the face of the earth after dinner today. I will be writing for an hour, because that's the next challenge. The next challenge is to write for an hour, because you've settled into your dormitory quite quickly and nicely, and your first couple of weeks of class go well. Write for an hour as you grow accustomed to your new classes and all of the magic that you're learning. If I manage to get 1,000 words within this hour, which should be fine because it should work, I will get 2 galleons. So that's good. I still don't know what you use the galleons for. It hasn't really been determined. I think you can use them to skip some challenges, but I don't really know how that works. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do, and I will let you know once I've written those words how many words I wrote. So remember that thing you heard me say just like a couple of seconds ago? For me, that was a good 17 hours or so ago. More than 17 hours. So I had my dinner, we played some Mario Kart, and then I was gonna write for an hour, but I felt very tired, and so I was convinced to go take a nap. And then I woke up at like 20 past 11, and it was just time to get up and brush my teeth and go back to bed. And then I didn't fall asleep until 4 a.m. So, great time. So now it is 20 past 3 on the 12th. It's a Tuesday. I am completely lost as to what day or anything it is, but we're back. I am not framed very well. There we go. And now it's time for us to write for an hour. I don't know if that is the only thing we'll do or if we're going to do more challenges as well, but we're going to start with the hour and see how we feel afterwards. So let's go. Alright, so the hour is up. Now, it went pretty well. I have solved and replanned a few things, and actually made pretty good progress. All in all, I got 1,792 words during this sprint or this hour, which feels really good. I am still 488 words short of the words that I need today according to the site, but I have a total of 8,479 for Nano so far, which, given the past couple days, like I've written a lot in the past couple days, so I'm very happy with that. But yeah, I have written 8,479 words now for Nano, and it's going pretty well. I'm having to rework some things. Again, if you follow the DK-tastic 3-act, 9-block, 27 chapters outline thing, I have had to rework a couple things because the consequence and the pressure towards the end of Act 1 were too similar. Like, they were essentially the same thing, I just split them up a little bit, and it works better if they're one and the same, but that doesn't give me enough room? Words? I don't know, it didn't feel quite right. So I've added sort of a side thing. I've removed one side thing and added another one. This makes no sense. I really struggle with how many details to give. Because if I tell you that, oh, I removed the clues, but now they're going to go to a press conference, which is exactly what's happening, that won't really make any sense to you, will it? So, yay. But I'm feeling pretty good. My foot isn't super happy with me, nor is my back, but I have some words, and words are good. Now, Marcus just left to go buy some groceries, so I will see if I write any more before he comes back, or if I write any more today at all. 488 words is not really a struggle. I could get that done fairly easily, but we will just see whether or not I do. Right now, I feel like taking a break and looking up a couple other things that I want to do, and then we'll see. I'll update you next time I write. I do think that I'm in a pretty good place. Like, I do think I could actually win still. I said in a previous clip that this is probably the most behind I've ever been. That is not true. Look at my stats from last year. I'll see if I can put them on the screen. That was worse than this, so good on me. The goal for today is just over 20,000, and I, like I said, have about 8.5. Don't even think I'll get to 10 tonight. That would be very nice, but I don't think I will. But I'm on an uphill climb. That's a negative thing, isn't it? I'm heading in the right direction, which is good, because it's not like I'm deleting words. I'm gonna get there. I will win. This will be fine. So it is significantly later. It is 10:54 in the evening. We have Teresa.
Hello.
Very awake. We are gonna write. Us and Marcus, who is over there. Over there. We're gonna do some writing. I would like to write 1,521 more words today, because that would bring me up to 10,000 words, which is about halfway to where I should be today. I don't know if I can get that done in an hour. I probably can if I stay focused, but who knows. Maybe I'll still get it done before going to bed, though, and I'm gonna count that as a win. So, you know, looking forward to that. Since Teresa's here, we're not gonna continue the crawl. We're gonna just do some sprints and some writing without crawling, and I'll let you know how it goes. It has now been just about an hour. It is 11:53, and during this hour, during 3 sprints, 1:10, 1:15, and another 10-minute one, I wrote 1,934 words, so I am officially over 10,000 words. I have 10,413, which means I have written 5,000, or a little over 5,000, over the past 2 days. So that's pretty good. I think I have almost 4,000 on today alone. Yeah, I have 3,726 words done today. That's pretty good. I'm gonna call it a night and not write anymore tonight, but I'm making progress and my graph is starting to look a little more optimistic. Again, I was supposed to have 20,004 words today and I have 10,413, but we're getting there, slowly but surely. Alright, it is now 11:45 p.m. on Wednesday the 13th. I have not yet written anything today. It's just been sort of a day. I woke up, and then I was awake for a bit, and then I took a nap, and that was good, but also left me feeling kind of off, I guess. But we are now going to write for like 10 minutes to get our words in before midnight. I'm not going to get very many words. The prompt is, on your way to potions, the messy-haired boy who you now know is Harry Potter stops and asks you if you know where Professor Binns' classroom is. Write 200 words in 10 minutes as you try to remember where his classroom is. And then there is if you succeed, if you fail, etc. But that's what we're going to do. We have not very many minutes left till midnight. I do want to update my stats today, so let's do this. And now it is 11:59. I managed to write 483 words done in 10 minutes, which is more than I needed. I need to get 200 words. And if you succeed, Harry hurries to Ben's classroom and gives you a galleon as a thank you for your help. So I have yet another galleon that I don't know what to do with. That is what I'm going to write tonight. I think I'm actually leaving off in the middle of a sentence, in the middle of a scene, and it's actually going quite well. So I might add a few words, or I'll just pause where I'm at and have a great place to start tomorrow, because this section is really interesting. It's really interesting. Hello again. So it is now 5 to 10 in the evening of the 14th, and we're just about to start our writing. And we're probably going to go for about half an hour before we get ready for bed and go to bed, because that's what we do after you get ready for it. And I just wanted to come on here real quick beforehand and say that I don't think I've focused on the wrong thing in these vlogs, but I do want to just take a second and point out how happy I am with my story overall. Right now, in this moment. Yes, I'm 13,000 words behind-ish, but I am happy with what I'm writing, especially with what I wrote yesterday. I feel like that was really good, and I still think I can win. If I want to win, I need to write about 2.6k a day from here on out. Not impossible, I've definitely done that before, and I still do think I can do it, but on the off chance that I don't win, because things happen, I do want to say that I am happy. I am very proud of myself. And I'm gonna turn you around and show you my graph, how it looks right now, and just show you the progress I've made so far in the past week, not counting any words from today, because as I said, I haven't written yet. But let's just turn you around and show you this. Okay, so here we have my graph, and as you can see, up until the 9th, I had barely written anything. But slowly but surely since then, I've climbed. In the past 4 days, so not counting today, I've gone from 2.6k to 10.8k, almost 10.9 in just 4 days. Now that isn't a super big amount of words to get in 4 days, but given everything else going on, given the recovery, given my pain, I'm really, really proud. And this has spurred me on. And I am still writing for pleasure, yes, I'm still writing to win, hopefully, but if for some reason I don't this year, I am still very, very happy with my progress. Having said that, I am way too stubborn to not try to win, so we do have that. Also, today is Thursday. Teresa's coming over on Saturday to sort of babysit me over the weekend because I can't be left completely on my own because Marcus has somewhere else to be. And on Saturday, there's going to be a Nordic war. So basically the 5 Nordic countries, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Finland, and Iceland, are going to have a word war. You sign up for it if you want to participate, and then the overall word count per country is divided based on the number of people participating, and there will be a victor. I don't know what the prize is. I don't know how many words I will get done, but it's a really, really fun challenge to take on. And hopefully that can get me a lot of words done on Saturday. If I, if I feel up for it. Anyway, it's time to start writing. Mark's and I are going to continue on with the crawl. And the next step in the crawl is to roll a die. It is, you get locked out of your common room and Mrs. Norris finds you. You run with Harry, Ron, and Hermione to the third door corridor. Good English. And you find a giant 3-headed dog. After making it back to your dormitory safely, roll a die and multiply your roll by 100 and write that many words as you try to calm down and understand why it's in the castle. So I have a dice right here. I'm going to show you when I roll it and then write those words. And that is a 3. So I will write 300 words and then get back to you straight after, or I'll do the following challenge as well, which is to sprint to 250 words. I'll see you later. Alright, so it's now 10:46 and we ended up doing 3 challenges. So we did the one with Mrs. Norris that I mentioned, and then there was a troll in the dungeon and we had to sprint to 250 words to try to not get ourselves killed. And then we went down to Hagrid's hut to have tea with him and got our teeth stuck together and had to write for 15 minutes as Hagrid tried to help. All in all, I have written 1,254 words today, so pretty good. The other site tells me to write another 1,046 words to, keep trying to get on par, and I am tempted to do so. I don't know, I'm in this weird spot of like, it's going kind of well, but maybe I should go to bed. But Kate Kavanaugh and Becca C. Smith have a stream in 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. Yeah, that's where I'm at though, over 12,000 words now, which again, tying on to the clip I filmed before, it feels really good to have started climbing. Again, on the 9th, I was still around the 2,000 word mark, or I was at about 2,500 words. And now I'm like 10,000 words later. So I'm making progress, and my graph is actually, climbing upwards. But I guess I'm going to have to sit around and figure out if I'm going to participate in the stream or not. If I do, I will hopefully update you once I'm done and decide to go to bed. Otherwise, I will pick back up tomorrow. Alright, so it's just past 1 a.m. and Kate and Becca's stream just ended. During the stream, I wrote 3,148 words, split over, I think, 4 or 5 sprints. And I have now hit and surpassed the 15,000 word mark for NaNoWriMo, which is incredible considering the start I had to the month. I am extremely proud of myself. So since I haven't gone to bed yet, I tend to count all these words for the previous date, if that makes sense. So like it's now 1 a.m. on the 15th, but I would typically count those words for the 14th. However, I have updated the Nano site as it should be. But since I started writing, well, technically yesterday, I have gained almost 5,000 words, like 4,600, maybe? 4,400? Somewhere around that zone, 4,400, I believe, in just a few hours, even though it's now split over 2 dates. I am really, really, really pleased with that, and yeah, it's going well. It's a bit up and down. I wrote a section I thought was going to be really well, that just was really weird. My main character met a new person, and it was just really clunky, and neither one of them really came across the way I wanted them to in that interaction. But then I wrote another scene that was intense. It was really stressful and really frustrating, not to write, but just the situation my main character's in and what she has to do and how no one really believes her and she's trying to defend herself. It's like, it got my heart beating a little faster and, a little tense. Not a huge fan. But yeah. It's, like I said, 1 a.m. Mark has already gone to bed. We're getting up earlier tomorrow than we have for the past few days, so I should definitely head off to bed too. But yeah, this stream was really helpful, and this whole day was really helpful. I didn't continue the crawl, obviously. I do that just with Marcus, so I didn't make any progress on that. But yeah, really good writing day. Okay, so it's now 11:51 p.m, so it's been almost 24 hours since I updated you, and I haven't written any more than I did during the night, but this side of midnight, I wrote over 1,800 words, so I don't have to write anything more today, and I don't think I will, given the time and everything else. I am also going to wrap up this video now, but I might start a new one in like 20 minutes, which for you will be like a week away, at least, probably. I have no plan for these videos, but I might start one in like 20 minutes because at midnight, the Nordic War that I mentioned a couple clips ago, I think, starts. And the Nordic War is the Nordic countries in Europe, so Sweden, Norway, Finland, Denmark, and Iceland, are having a word war tomorrow from midnight to midnight, and we are fighting against each other as countries to see who can write the most words. It's going to be based on the average per participant, so it's not like this country needs to write more words than that country. It's the average based on how many people are participating, and not everyone in Sweden who does Nano will be participating either. But yes, I might start that at midnight. I am very tired, as you can probably tell. I am very tired, and I am currently alone. Teresa is coming over in an hour and a half, probably, to sort of babysit me over the weekend because Marcus is away, and I can do a lot of things on my own, but I can't feed myself. That's a problem. So she's coming over, and then we're probably gonna crash straight after because she's been working today and I've been up since fairly early today, and I also didn't sleep that much because I couldn't fall asleep last night. So yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this vlog. It's very long. I've been editing it today and it's about a half hour without this clip. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll be back with another video soon, so I'll see you then. Bye!